And we're back, part 2. Boy, this is so aggravating when that sucker keeps starts spinning. Well, what do? If you haven't watched part 1, please go watch part 1 and then come watch part 2. We're just going to jump in. We already rang the bell. We already cleared the energy. We already started the whole read. But yeah, somebody, they can see, how worthy you are. That's clear and apparent. They see how beautiful you are. This is somebody that's like this. They feel like you're beautiful on the outside and on the inside. They feel that you're one of those people that's nurturing. You're helpful. You won't play around though. This is somebody that this somebody that wants to work with you. This is the music materials. They want to work with you. They want to collaborate with you. But this is somebody who, for whatever reason, they were hesitant to move to go towards you before. Although it's like a long time ago, it's like y'all parted maybe, but they never forgot. It's like they never forgot you or something. What's the message? My feet need some lotion. Yeah, this is somebody, it's almost like I can't believe like somebody did something so bad to you, and you were so protected. It's like they just want to move away. They want to run. They want to hide because this person is thinking what they was doing. This is like something that's really, really bad. This is somebody who wanted to actually end your life. This is somebody who didn't want you to breathe anymore. But like I said, you're protected. You were spiritually protected, and the truth has come out. Like you spoke your truth. There was nothing for you to hide. There was no reason for you to hide because you didn't do anything to anybody. They was doing it to you. This person was doing it to you. Hey, K hyphy. So yeah, like now I said, somebody they trying to figure out where they can go. They trying to go anywhere. They trying to go anywhere. It's like they are trying to see if they can move here, there, any country. They want to, because when people found out that they was acting like that was a big thing. And they know that judgment is being called on them. That's why they can't sleep. They know judgment has been called. I'm telling you, they want to go anywhere. They just want peace now. Now they want to leave Dodge, get out of Dodge. They want peace, but they can't go nowhere because justice is here. Karma said, no, you ain't going nowhere because you got a couple things that you need to get straight first. You got to clear all of this up first. This Knight of Wands and this Page of Wands. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this idea about what you was planning on doing, what you tried to do. Let's talk about that. This is somebody who, like I said, they could have been, they thought that they was going to have, all this money. With this King of Cups, they was going to get some money. Maybe they was hired to do it. But now they're wondering why they was even thinking about doing this. Why was they even thinking about doing this? This person, they are all in their feelings. They worried about going to jail. They know that they could get locked up. This person is trying to think about anything and everything that they could do to get out of this bullshit that they put themselves in. I hope they think. I don't think they're gonna come up with anything. But somebody is so embarrassed. It's like somebody, they had this big old elaborate plan to do this, and somebody was like, they thinking they sneaking around the corner, and somebody like, Thomas, Thomas Thompson, is that you? Is that you with that black hat on and this and all that black and da? Mabel's boy, Mabel and Charlie's boy, the oldest. Come on over there. Come out these shadows. Boy, what you got that knife in your hand? I mean, talking all loud, putting the business out there. Somebody thought they was being sneaky, only be called out. Mm-mm. Yeah. Now somebody want to come and they want to apologize. They want to come in quick and they want to apologize because they don't want that, in case you hear about these lies that they was going around telling. They don't want everybody, they don't want you to think about, they don't want you to know that, that they've been lying on you. They don't want that. They don't want you to think that, wait a minute, you can't really trust this person, and maybe, this person wasn't how you thought they was, and maybe you really do need to protect yourself. They want you to be like, so like you would just buy anything, any type of little apology, just so that they could, get away from whatever this is, and save face, save face. Like they just trying to, oh, and I don't know why this is a real story. This woman, and she was a single parent and she raised a son. She gave her son everything. Everything. She bought him a brand new car whenever he turned 16. She had saved up all this money. She was like a hairdresser. She had owned a shop, ever since he was born, so she was a business owner. She had a lot of money. She gave her son everything. And he wanted to be a rapper. So, rappers have all this money in their videos. So she would go to the bank and she would withdraw all this money so that he could have the money in the video. And then he's supposed to give her the money back, and she put it back on that. So he was getting greedy. Do you know he actually hired somebody to off his mother? And that woman is now no longer with us. And his greedy ass, instead of just being thankful that that's his mother, his greedy ass is now in prison for the rest of his life. And she was his only family. So not only did you up yourself, but now you upped yourself and you ain't got nobody to put money on your books, dummy. That's what this reminds me of. Somebody who was doing too fucking much ended up hurting themselves, thinking they was going to come up after you. Like they was really going to do something to you. Okay? That young boy, because I'm going to call him a boy, even though he was man age, he's still a little boy in his head. That young boy sure the fuck did not think nothing out. Not a damn thing. Sure the fuck wasn't sitting there thinking about the love that his mother had. All he was thinking about was this crime that he was going to do against his mother. Mm-hmm. It's like that sometimes. It's like that sometimes. Mm-hmm. What's the message, Spirit? Yep. But see, somebody's being found out. They are being found out because you're speaking about it. You're speaking about it. Somebody thought they was going to have their wish fulfillment, but now they see it's not a wish fulfillment at all. Not at all. They thought they was going to be doing the damn thing, but they see that damn thing ain't adding up to shit. They thought that you wasn't going to say shit. You ain't got a problem speaking your mind. Now they sitting here worrying and wondering why they even tried that stupid ass shit. And you're wondering the same thing. You know? One thing about me, I'm always going to protect myself. Even with my own child. You know what? I see that devilish energy that you stuck in. I'm going to tell you one thing. You keep your little ass on over there, and I'm going to keep my little ass on over here. I got myself together, but until you can get yourself together, I'm good. What's the message? Anything else? Yep. Because one thing, I'm never going to lie to me. And energy ain't going to lie. Trust and believe. We know who we are. Collector knows what we are about. Empress, Earth Angel, Psychic, highly intuitive, spiritual, all of the above. All of the above. So somebody can think that they're going to bring some chaos this way, but that will probably be the last thing that somebody would want to do, is to bring chaos to us. Mm-hmm. Now somebody worrying about how they didn't see your worth, how they didn't know. They didn't want to know. They didn't want to open up their eyes. They didn't want to see. They didn't want to believe. This is the shit that they didn't want to do. They could have, but they didn't want to. Yeah. They didn't want to see that you was a great person to be with. They didn't want to see that. Because you know why? We had this king and this queen of wands who was hating on you and so afraid that you was going to be a star. So that's why they was sitting there saying all this other bullshit, because they were so afraid that you was going to be bigger than them. And now somebody, they stuck in their feelings. They confused how they allowed themselves to be so fucking confused. And like why they allowed themselves to hate on you so much in their confusion. Because now this person is seeing that they didn't hurt you. They didn't hurt you at all. But what they did was they caused themselves a setback. What they did was they made themselves look crazy. What they did was they made themselves look like they have lost their fucking mind coming after you when you ain't do shit but be loving. And so, with that story, that true story of that mother who was offed by her son, who she gave everything to, he thought that he was going to hire somebody to off her, and he was going to get her, because she had a life insurance policy, for her and the house. She had a life insurance policy for the business, so he was going to get a lot. He was going to get a lot. But all he got was locked up, picked up by the police. He's thinking he getting ready to get this money by tomorrow, but he got picked up by the police instead. All he did was get picked up, and a lot of problems. Well, now he don't have to worry about them problems. All he has to do is worry about not dropping the soap. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Yeah, this King of Cups sitting there trying to figure out why they even did this stupid shit. Like they're sitting there trying to figure out why they did this because now they know they left out in the cold. They got nobody. Nobody. All this because they was going to try and come up against an angel. They was going to try and strike an angel. What kind of fucking sense does this make? I know you fucking kidding me. Yeah. Like, what kind of sense does this even fucking make? I know you fucking kidding me. What's the message, Spirit? Hey, Aisha. Yeah. See, because they didn't see you. They was being lied to about who you were. They discounted you. Yes, that's why they were so busy trying to attack you. Mm-hmm. That's why they stuck with in this cycle now. Everybody sees them and now they can't get out of the cycle. Now nobody can get out of their mind how this person is. And they see this person as a liar, as a shit disturber, trouble starter, as a liar, as somebody who will tear everything down just because they don't have. It ain't theirs. That's what somebody's thinking about this person. That's what a lot of people are thinking about this person. This person looks utterly, utterly, utterly ridiculous because it was like something that they couldn't have. Maybe it was better off that they didn't have it. And now this person is wondering what's going to come for them, what comes back to them. This. Everything that they put out there about you. Now they're the ones who's being talked about, gossiped about. Now they're the ones who's people are saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna get this done." It's the last thing I do. People are trying to go against this person and take them down just because. It don't make a difference. It don't matter. And they don't have no friends. They finally figuring out. They don't have no friends. All they have are hidden enemies. And they're just now figuring this out. While they was sitting here being a hidden enemy to the only friend they had, you. Somebody wants to write you a letter and they just want to smooth all of this over. They want to write you a letter. They want to talk about how you knew that they was like under spiritual attack, or how you knew they was being manipulated by somebody in the family, and how they didn't listen to you even though you was telling them the truth, and this, that, and the other. Now they want to write you a letter because now they see that they don't have no friends. You was their only friend. And they missed it. And those friends that they thought they had, they see now them wasn't ever their friends. Even if they was related, they was just cousin or brother, sister, grandmother, grandfather, just by name, aunt, uncle, by title only. That was it, but it wasn't their friend. Wasn't anybody that liked them. Wasn't anybody that cared about them. It was just somebody who wanted that person to do horrible in life. They didn't care what they had to do, how they had to lie to that person for that person to fail. They just wanted that person to do horrible in life. And somebody was sitting there taking all the advice all the horrible advice that somebody was giving them. Talk about some, come on, cuz, yeah, cuz we related, we this, we that. You, oh, I'm taking you under my wing. When this, and the other. It was not somebody who really trying to be happy with, or wanted that person to be happy. Wanted that person. They didn't want nothing for that person. Then come on, cuz. Oh, I got you. You like, we like play brothers. Hmm. Thank you so very much. It's just Robbie. It's like, yeah, it's like somebody wants to. Oh, we play cousins. We play this. This like my play daddy. This my play mama. This my play. Yeah, okay. And when they play your ass, you're gonna know play. I know that's right. K hyphen. Same here. What's the message? Like I said, we can't pick those people that we were born into with the same blood and the same name, last name. But we can pick how if we choose to be around them. Yeah. And I feel like somebody has, after a long time, somebody has decided that it's no longer good for them to be around this family, because it's almost like with these people, because they see that there was no loyalty there. They were loyal to these people, and these people were not loyal to them. Not at all. There was nothing there. They spent all this time, all this energy, all this whatever, thinking that they were building up something. They was slowly but surely going towards something. And this horse is running. With the Knight of Materials, the Knight of Materials is the slowest moving one, but this one was going somewhere, because this one's running, but they was going nowhere fast, and they hit this brick wall. Hey, Riata, how are you? Hey, J Mike, how are you? Happy Halloween. Ooh, those look like some scary ghosts. Ooh. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah, somebody see they was going nowhere fast. All they was doing was wasting time. That was it. Yeah. And they had these plans, right? But all they did was just, all these plans that they had, all they did was just cause these burdens for themselves. That's it. They just caused burdens. Now this person is seeing that the wheel of fortune is not turning in their favor, you know. But something about this muse of material, something about this muse of material, they see something. I feel like they see something now that they didn't notice before. Mm-hmm. I feel like they see now what they didn't notice before was this energy that somebody has, where they're not mature. And this person, they just want to, yeah, they have that immature energy. And this person, they just really want to be saved from this, oh God, please save me from this, and I'll never do this again. And then they God saves them, and what do? They go right back and do the same bullshit again. Somebody's seeing that about this person. This person that now that they're so embarrassed, they want to move to Antarctica, where they're never going to be around another human again, until everybody, forgets about the stupid shit that they did. But they see that, what, I kind of feel like somebody was going to, was kind of looking at them like, oh yeah, poor kid, poor girl, poor guy, whatever, maybe they deserve another chance. But then they started really listening to this person and looking at this person, And they finding this, they're seeing this person is been doing this shit before. Yeah. This ain't this person's first time. This person is a pro with this bullshit. That's why somebody's embarrassed. That's why they want to leave. That's why their ass is getting karma. That's why their ass is getting karma. That's it. Because I'm telling you, somebody, it's like somebody wanted to, like somebody, they was trying to help somebody out, but then they happen to notice something. You know how you talking to somebody and they think they off the hook, and then they say something, they slip up, and you're like, wait, what did you just say? Kind of like one of those bottom of the deck. Deception. We saw that coming. I'm telling you, somebody was they was getting ready to give somebody a helping hand. They was getting ready to give somebody a helping hand, but then somebody said something, and that's when they realized, wait, what did you just say? That's when they realized, oh, this was just you. This is just how you roll. Yeah. And I'm telling you, because then they figured out, oh, they need to leave so-and-so alone, because they was just actually trying to cause somebody else to have a hardship. And that's whenever they started, somebody was curious as to why shit was happening with somebody, but shit was coming back around on them. Can't make that up. Tower was falling. The shit was coming back around on they ass. Just like when somebody's getting ready to help you out, and they're like, okay, let me get this checkbook. I can write this check. And they get how much did you, wait, answer this one question. Blah, 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 blah. And they're like, oh, wait, what? And they put that checkbook up. They put that pen away. Yeah. Somebody, they made a decision. Somebody made a decision because they was going to help somebody out with some money. They was going to help somebody out with some money, But then somebody was saying something. They brought up your name. They had your name all up in their mouth. That's when somebody was like, fuck that. I ain't helping your ass at all. No. Yes, that's what it was. Because then they realized somebody had been working to cause you conflict for a while now. Somebody almost had it. They was this close to being saved. But then they opened up their mouth, and that's what came out. The true spirit of them was showing. Damn. That's when somebody was like, I cannot help you. I'm sorry. I thought I had 50 grand in my checking account, but I just remembered I had just paid a bill. So I don't have 50 grand. I got $5 though. You need that $5. In fact, I ain't even got to write you a check for that one. I happen to have $5 worth of quarters in my car. Let me go get this money. Let me go get these quarters for your ass. Hey, okay. I said, hey, Aisha already. Okay, I'm good on the names. Okay. Yes, I'm telling you. See, this person they've been living off of your generosity for years. They've been living off of your good name for years. And now it's time for them to have to put in the work, and they don't want to do it. They can't do it. They don't know how to do it. Only you can do it. That's it. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah, boy, somebody thought they was gonna get over. They was like, yeah, so if you could kindly write me that check for $47,000, they was like, okay. And they was like, but you know what? As you writing that check, Karen sure that's getting on my last nerve. They was like, well, wait, what did you just say? You talking about who? I said, no, let me put this ink pen away. Because that's whenever they brought your name up and they was talking about what they was gonna do. Mm-hmm. But they didn't realize who they was talking to when they brought your name up. They didn't realize they was talking to one of your biggest supporters, baby. With you, with this person, the sun rose and set on you. They didn't realize they was talking to one of your biggest supporters. That's when somebody was like, that's when they mood changed quick. It was like, oh, yes, yes, yes. Nothing's wrong. No, I ain't got no problem. I mean, they that shit changed quick. Yes. And that's when somebody realized, oh, damn. They should have kept their mouth shut because the wheel was going in their favor. Then all of a sudden shit changed and they were smart enough to know they started some shit. They should have kept your name out their damn mouth. But it was designed for them to bring your name up. It was. It was designed for them to see, for somebody to see, oh, they are the reason that they're trying to bring you all these wands. Mm-hmm. Yep. Somebody thought they was going to just be diplomatic long enough just to get this money and go on about their business, but they got themselves caught up. Mm-hmm. Caught up. So now they want to come. They want to come to you. Somebody wants to come to you. They don't know what you don't know, or how much you do know. They hope that you don't know anything. But they're curious. They want to know how much you do know and how much you don't know. But they're willing to explore, come see you, ask a couple of questions just to see if they can take your temperature. But they don't want it to get too hot. Because if it gets too hot, they got to leave. They got to go. What's the message, Spirit? Hey, Black Beauty, how are you? Yeah, I'm telling you. Because they didn't realize who they was talking to was somebody that has good memories of you. Somebody that would love to be in a partnership with you. That would be like a dream come true. Oh my gosh. That is too funny, Rihanna. That's too funny. Oh my goodness. And somebody's trying to be so diplomatic. This is the King of Cups. Yeah, this is the King of Cups. And they was trying to be so diplomatic. They trying to say face now. They trying to say face now because they wasn't aware that somebody looked at you like you was the sun. They was not aware of that. They thought that everybody looked at you like you was nothing but shit. So for somebody to be like, oh, hold up. Don't you know that this person is the sun? Don't you know this person, the sun shines on this person every day? This is the reason that I am this is the reason that I even am a multi-billionaire and was even going to loan you the money or give you the money, this $50,000 because of this person, but you got something negative to say. I ain't giving you shit. Yes. Because, yeah. And that's the truth. See, somebody got themselves stuck in there, in this position, because they felt so comfortable to talk about how they truly felt. And that was a good thing, talking about how they truly felt. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. But they didn't realize the how somebody truly felt about you. They didn't realize that, how somebody truly felt about you. What's the message? There's too many. Yeah, see, somebody had been working on something for a long time, trying to do this little trick or something, trying to create some type of uh making it seem like something was one way when it really wasn't, you know. But you know what the thing was, it's like you have been by your see, somebody been working on something for a long time, making it trying to seem like a situation where was, but the way it wasn't. And the reason that they felt so comfortable being able to do that is because you know what, you stayed by yourself for a long time. You was just doing you. Whatever it was that you needed to do to take care of yourself, to heal yourself, to make sure yourself was okay. You went within, you worked on your dark night of the soul, you got closer to God. You was doing a lot of introspection, introspective work. That and so you were not in the public eye a lot. And that's why somebody felt so comfortable speaking about you, saying some bullshit on your name, because they felt nobody was even thinking about you. Nobody liked you. Nobody cared for you, that everybody was just going to be sitting there just being like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I'm on that train too. But yeah, no, something about what somebody said, they got a different message about this partnership. Somebody understood that no, there's people out there that are very passionate about you and love you deeply. Hmm. Yeah, they felt that they found out somebody is very passionate about you, and all they did was they made life hard on themselves, trying to put these wands on you. Hey, AJ Craft, how are you? Yeah. See, they should have used their brain whenever they was thinking about just speaking on your name. They didn't know that that you was this person's love, that this person looked at you, as the Queen of Cups, and had very fond memories of you, and wants to celebrate with you, wants to party with you, wants to kick it with you, wants to be with you. Yes, because this person is they feel like you and them balance each other out, that you both will be a victory. Hey, Addie. Yep. Something about this opportunity. They want an opportunity. They wanted an opportunity to be a family with you. Yes. And somebody was trying to put that, and somebody was trying to say shit to put it to rest. Like they didn't want someone to look at you as nurturing, but somebody could see that. They could see that. And that's when somebody was like, no, I can't help you because you're trying to go against them. Yep. And that's something, because you know what? That happens. I'm gonna tell you, that happens when somebody wants you to jump on the hate train. They will sit there and go, oh, I can't stand the way they sound. I can't stand this. I can't stand that. And me, I can't stand anybody jumping on the hate train. So I'll be the first to be like, oh, really? Why you say that? I like it. I love it. I love that about them. I think that's what makes them special. They always leave me off that fucking hate train. Exactly where I don't want to be, on the fucking hate train. Yes. See, people, you have to use caution whenever you're dealing with people, and understand where they're coming from, because when they say, "Oh, I can't stand the way that Roger talks, sounds, laughs, looks," they want you to jump on that hate train to be like, "I can't either." Then they'll be the first one to go back. Roger, guess what Tracy just said? She just said she can't stand the way that you laugh, knowing that that's not what happened. Mm-hmm. So somebody was not trying to jump on the hate train. In fact, they was like, they was walking away from that bullshit and putting that shit to death. And we ain't even doing that shit. We ain't even doing that shit. What you say? What the hell is that? The hate train? Oh wait. Why would the CIA charge and price its own glowers? Huh? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Somebody was working towards causing you a hardship, but somebody else saw what somebody was trying to do, and that shit was shut down quickly. Anything else from this stack? Anything else from this stack? Yep. Somebody now, they don't know. They so scared because they was counting on this money. They was counting on this help. They was counting on this help. And they don't know what they're going to do now that somebody said they're not going to help them. They have no idea now where they're going to get this money. See, they should have just stopped. They should have stopped talking. They should have kept your name out their mouth. Now this person, they do not understand where they're going to get this money from. And it's funny because it ain't ha-ha funny to them, but it's funny because now somebody's sitting here thinking about how this was somebody that should have been nurturing to you, when they're thinking about how life is going full circle. Now they need somebody to be nurturing to them, and how they work so hard to make your life out of balance. But now, as it comes to find out, they're the ones that need you, and you're the one whose life is in balance. See, they feel like they should have been able to celebrate with you, because you're so balanced. They should have been able to celebrate with you, but this person wasn't even thinking like that. They was not thinking like that. They wanted to have victory and collaborate with some other people. But see, somebody didn't even think that, what you was on God's right hand side. They didn't even think that. They didn't, of all the shit that this person tried to put you through, they never thought about none of that. And now I'm telling you, somebody does not know what they're going to do. They can't think of where they're going to get this money. They don't know how they're going to, get this money so they can make it to the next level, whatever they need to make it to. Just for them to be able to make it. They don't know how this is going to happen, how this is going to work. What's the message, Spirit? Confirmation. Somebody doesn't know how this is going to work. Because right now they're just trying to balance their own money. They're trying to balance their own life out. They're trying to balance their life out. And if they had a crystal ball, they would have explored working with you, collaborating with you, had they had a crystal ball, but they didn't. Hey, Addie, I'll let Sasha know that you said hello. Yep. She's, I'm telling you, it's like people sitting here. I don't know. I don't treat anyone like shits. If I feel like I'm going to treat somebody like shit, I will just go on as opposed to trying to treat somebody bad. Because you know what? I'd rather not mistreat them. Because whenever you need somebody, you mistreating somebody. When you need somebody, ain't nobody going to be there. Yeah, somebody was unwilling to help because they were selfish in their life. It's like you had to figure out your life purpose and why are you even here? And somebody else should have been trying to figure that shit out about them too. Why are they even here? What is their life purpose? And it wasn't to be born to fuck around with you, make you miserable. That wasn't it. I can just about guarantee that shit. Maybe somebody was being a little touched by craziness to become cray. But you knew that you needed to be selective with your energy. And you also knew that a fool's going to keep what they should lose and lose what they should keep. Yep. What else there? Ooh. Yeah. Somebody's just going through karma. The past is returning. They have to remember when it was okay, what they was doing. And they got to look at you now, you receiving dharma. Yeah, see, somebody should have exercised some caution when they was doing some bullshit. And now your intuition is on point. You even told somebody what was going to happen. And now you just have to serve it cold, not because you want to, but because you have to. You have to follow what the Most High told you to do. And that was to serve it cold and to have some healthy boundaries. So I guess that is that. We're going to pull a couple more from the new stack. We got the old stack. The big ones are the old stack. Those are the middle stack. Then we got the new stack, and then we also got a little baby stack. Yeah, I'm telling. See, somebody feels ashamed because of their sexuality, but that's really no need to be ashamed. That's just something you have to accept that's you. And maybe that's something that they were trying to throw you under the bus for, so that somebody didn't understand about them. They was lying on you so somebody else didn't understand that they didn't know who they were yet. Hey, Nana. Maybe something happened in September, but whatever it is, you're getting justice. And I'm telling you, it hurts when you found out that your child was part of the fuckery. You could have found this out back in May, but they was part of the fuckery, So they're trying to be some type of fucking magician. They could have started this shit like 10 years ago. Now they have to sit with themselves. They have to sit with themselves thinking about that shit. Somebody there, and they dug a deep hole with this hidden enemy bullshit. Now they need to go do that dark night of the soul, and they want to disappear. They want their, and other people is like ghosting them. They want to be ghosts too. Somebody just wants to be able to go back to sleep and rest soundly, but they cannot Because let me tell you something, their karma came back as legal issues. That's too damn bad. Because you don't know how it's going to come back. Family issues, legal issues, whatever. Health, whatever. And they mad. Let them be mad. They just know it is what they deserve. You know, this person needs to be asking for atonement right now. And they also need to pray for some spiritual protection because they have none. What they did was they just ended up changing their destiny, you know, by following the bum. Following the bum. They thought it was going to be cool to follow a bum. They thought, I'll never be a bum. When you follow a bum, what do you think you're going to become? Rich and famous? No, because you're going to do the shit bums do. Bums do bum shit. Just like hanging out with thieves and liars. When you follow a thief and a liar, what you going to end up doing? Somebody realized they became vain, negative, toxic, and they are now in the class of the miserable ass. You know, this is like a group of men trying to destroy and attack a woman. In a class with the miserable ass. What's the message, Spirit? What is the message? Yes. And you realize that they were a karmic. It doesn't make a difference what relationship, whether it was a parent, whether it was a child, whether it was a mate, a lover, a sibling, a cousin, you recognize that ass was a karmic. And you did what you have to do with karmics. Got the fuck away. We're going to do one more. Yep. I know that's right. They always wish they didn't force you to walk. But you know what? That's whenever they needed to have been walking a long time ago. Yes. Somebody learned the absolute truth about who